Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be covering basic understanding of Tableau, like how different types of visualizations and different type of graphs are created in Tableau. People who wanted to learn Tableau from the scratch, yes, you guys have landed on the right video. Tableau has many data management and manipulation techniques to handle. In order to cover all, the tutorial is divided into two parts. Before starting with this video, I will recommend you all to go and watch my Tableau introduction video, which will be helpful for a quick start and better understanding of these tutorial videos. So without any further ado, let's get started. This is the agenda for part 1. We will go through all the different sessions of Tableau, like how to connect files, how to download it, and check different type of data types for each column. We will also learn when to use different types of charts. We'll also learn different type of data management and data manipulation techniques like filtering, dual axis analysis, and how to annotate a single point on a line graph, and etc. In this video, I'll cover 3 graphs, that is bar, pie, and line graph. Whenever you will open your Tableau, this is how it will look like, right? So my file is a basic CSV file, so I'll just click on text file and I'll download my file from my local disk, and here you go. The name of the dataset is cars mock data. The link of this dataset will be given in the description box, so do check it out. It's a CSV file basically, as I mentioned earlier. It has 20 columns. You can just drag this from left to right and see there are total 20 columns and 1000 rows. After loading the data, we can even check the data type for each columns by just clicking on this icon. Rather, I would say you really don't need to click on this icon because this icon itself represents something. For example, ABC represents that the data type for that particular column is a string, whereas this hashtag data type represents the data type, it's a number, or no matter it's whole or decimal. This globe-like icon represents a geographical identity like the country or the city. So this is how it all works. We can even manipulate the data. For example, if I want to change a data type for a particular column, right? If it is wrong and I need to change that, so what we can do is like we can just click. For example, I'll just click on the sales price. I need to change this decimal into the whole number. I want the sales price to be into whole number. So yes, this is what before I just forgot to do that. Whenever you load the data, you should always use user data interpreter. This helps you to reject all the null values. So let's go on and see. Now I can change the decimal into basically the float value into integer. Yeah, so it has successfully changed my sales price data type. We can even add 2 or more data sets by just connecting them with a common variable. I'll be showing this in one of my upcoming videos, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon for my notifications. So let's start with our first visualizations, that is bar graph. In order to start, we'll just click on the sheet 1 and we'll just rename it by right clicking it as bar chart. Okay, that looks fine. Before getting into bar chart, we'll just go through the user interface of Tableau. So all the categorical variables, including the date and the geographical entity, is considered as dimensions, whereas all the numerical part or the quantitative variables are considered as measures, which are located here. Filter part, uh, filter session is also there in order to filter. For example, if I'm taking a country, And now there are so many countries all around the world, but I just want to filter out, for example, Afghanistan and Argentina. So whatever data is with related to Afghanistan and Argentina will be get filtered. So this is how the filter works. Yeah. This mark section is very important because most of the work is done here. We'll go ahead and see one by one how it works. Before creating a bar chart, I'd like to share why bar chart is used and when we should use that. So bar chart is highly used in all sort of visualization, and what I think it's one of the favorite chart for everybody, right? It is used to compare and plot values between two variables. Categorical versus a quantitative variable is plotted on an x and y axis. So let's get started. I'll just create a simple bar graph with three columns. First column will be the buyer gender. I'll just drag from the dimensions and the model from the dimensions itself and the sales price. Now, as you noticed, okay, so the bar graph is created already. The bar graph can be created by this method. The second method is by clicking onto the marks automatic drop down. You will get many options here. So you can just click any of them and you can just say, okay, fine, I need a bar graph. Or else you can go from show me. This tab reads the columns and the rows variables and recommends you the best visualizations. So before we go ahead, I don't want sales price to be sum of all. I want the average sales price of a car. I want to filter out. Now this is how I'm using the filter options. I want to filter out the top 5 models which have been favorite. Now as you can see, it looks very blank when it comes to female and male distribution. So what I will do in this case, I'll just drag this buyer gender into color. Now we can actually distinguish between the male buyers and the female buyers based on their model. The model names are not visible completely, so what I'll do is I'll just click onto this tab where I can actually fit the width. Yeah, now it's pretty much good. This is how a bar graph is created. I can actually tilt it this way and again this way with the help of swap tab. I can actually create different type of bar graph. Like for example, this is just a simple vertical bar graph, but if I want to create into a stacked bar graph, I can do this, right? So this was pretty simple. Now let's check out pie charts. So for that, I'll just click on to the next worksheet. I'll right click it. I'll rename it as pie chart. I will also tell something about pie charts. So pie charts are usually used when we need to understand a variable with respect to other variable as in whole. Okay, so it is used in showing the categorical composition as in a whole variable. I will show how it works. In order to create a pie chart, I'll just drag the buyer gender column from the dimensions and the make column. So make column is based the car manufacturers like BMW, Lamborghini. So what I'll do here is I'll just filter out BMW and Audi. Okay, I'll just take two. In this analysis, we will see that which gender prefers Audi cars or the BMW cars. So let's just check out. Okay, now this is what I got, a pie chart. Now this is not that interactive visualization. So what I'll do here, I'll just drag the buyer gender to the colors. this becomes interactive, but still it is not giving the exact count of how many number of females liked BMW, whereas how many number of males liked Audi or BMW whatsoever. So what we will do is we will just click on the biogender. uh, Instead of dimensions, I'll just click on measures, and then I'll just click on count, because I want to know the count of people who liked, right? Here you go. So male who liked Audi were around 154, whereas 131 female liked Audi. So male preferred Audi more than that of females, right? This is what we can conclude. Whereas in case of BMW, there were 153 males who liked BMW and 163 females who liked BMW. So we can say that female preferred BMW over Audi, whereas male preferred Audi over BMW. So this was all about pie chart. I hope you guys love this. So next chart will be my personal favorite, that is line graph. So click on the third sheet, rename it as line chart, and let's get started. Now in this line graph, I will show you how to color it, how to change the size, and also how to annotate the important point of that particular analysis. Line graphs are really my favorite type of graph, and because they're used to monitor changes over time, that is over a period. So no matter that will be analyzing over a week or days, months, or it can be date and time as well, right? So that is how it works. It is basically used in time series analysis. So to create a line chart, what I'll do is here, I'll just take a, but obvious, I'll take purchase date, because this is a line graph, and we'll be analyzing how the sales was increased and decreased over the time, right? So this is how we'll take the first column as year's purchase date, then we'll take a new car column. This should be here. Yeah, and then I'll take the sales price from the measure. Yeah. Now you can clearly see that I got two different axis line graph, right? But what I want is the sum to be as average sales price. True? Now I want these two things to be in one single graph, right? So that is dual axis. This is what Tableau is recommending me, right? But I don't want this. I want everything into one axis, right? So this is how we got the line graph. We can actually add resale price also. Again, I want this resale price to be in average. Now as you can see, there are two different line graphs created, right? But I want this two different line graph to be in one single thing, so that I can compare the average sales price as well as the resale price. So to do that, I just need to click on resale price and just click on this dual axis, and here you go. This is how to use dual axis, and you can actually change the color, like here it is blue and orange. So in that case, we can actually change the resale price color by just clicking on edit colors. Now this is the resale price, right? So true resale price and fall resale price. So fall resale price, I want to give it as, I want more colors. Yes, so we need to give false average resale price as green, and whereas true average resale price as, sorry, false average resale price as red and true average resale price as green. Just click it on, yeah, now it looks good. So this is how it works, the line graph. So what I will prefer in 2020, that I will actually buy a new car rather than buying a resale car, right? So this is how it indicates. As of now, we'll just remove this column. and I'll show you how to highlight a important point in your graph. So before going that, I'll just fit this graph and I'll hide this label. In order to highlight these points, I can actually click on labels, and here you go, show all mark labels. So you can see that in the year 2002, the average sales price for resale cars was 58,300. This is how every year's sales price will be highlighted. But what I feel, this is not the actual way to highlight your graphs. So what you can do is just remove these labels as of now. As we can see, the highest sales price was achieved in the year 2006 for brand new cars, right? So I'll just click on this point, just right click on this and annotate. Now whatever I want to say about that point, so what I will do here is highest sales price for new cars. I can even format this. Now I can see that the highest sales price was observed in the year 2006, which was $58,145. So this is how you can annotate and highlight your points in order to make a difference in your presentations. And it will be easy also for your client to understand. I'll explain one more tab here, which I actually forgot to explain. So by clicking this size, now this lines are very thin and they are not that visible. So what I'll do is, like, by clicking on the size, you can actually change the thickness of those lines, right? So this is how it works. I would like to explain one more tab, that is path, that is actually used in line graphs. So here you go. This is how it shows the sales price was traveling, what was the path. But ideally, what I feel that this is the right way to use it. I hope you like all those three visualizations which I created. And in the second part of this tutorial, we'll be creating more visualization charts like scatter plot, maps, and etc. I will also be discussing how to format and edit your axis and your titles as well. So stay tuned for my part 2 video. If you like this video, then do share, like and subscribe to my channel. I will be very happy to answer all your queries related to Tableau. So do comment below. Till then, take care.